Yes, students. So we have discussed descriptive paragraph. Like I told you about everything, how you have to structure up, what you have to write, what you should know about, how can you check your descriptive paragraph, everything. Now next comes paragraph writing, or we can say essay writing. First of all, the question comes, what is a paragraph? Now, paragraph is a group of sentences, and that group of sentences is based on one central idea. That group of sentences is based on one central idea. And in the paragraph or in an essay, there must be a unity. Unity should be there, proper order should be there, and variety should be there. So this is the main part, that what is included in the paragraph writing. Today I will be telling you that how could you improve your writing skills. Though I am telling you for the essay writing, but those writing skills you can imply for the other writing task also, like diary entry, notice writing, email writing, informal letter writing, everything, every writing task can be implied by those writing skills which I am going to tell you right now. So here is a word which you can see on the screen, power, Power. Well, power. Now what is the role of power in the writing task? That I'll tell you now. So power is the only thing which is going to tell you about the 5 stages included in the writing tasks. Here you can see from the word power, the P denotes to prepare, O denotes to organize, W denotes to write, E denotes to evaluate, and R denotes to review. I am going to tell you every this word description, that how could you, what is the actual meaning of this, and how could you imply in your essay writing or in your writing tasks. So the first thing comes is prepare. The reason we often struggle to write is that we don't have enough ideas. Of course, whenever there is some strange topic is being given to us to write an essay or something which we have never heard of, then of course we usually struggle in constructing the ideas. We don't know how to write, what to write. We are just confused at that time. So whenever we have to write an essay, don't ever start writing immediately. Before writing, please collect the ideas, collect the informations, observe the topic carefully, and then you have to structure up your paragraph or an essay. So keep this thing in mind, that before writing, collect the ideas, collect the informations. Clear? So to prepare, here are some brainstorming points which I am going to tell you, like note down anything that comes in mind. Suppose I have given you a topic as you have in syllabus Christmas, so you have the syllabus international festivals. So from those international festivals, I am going to discuss with you Christmas as an example. Okay? See, note down anything. Now Christmas. Whenever Christmas comes in my mind, I think of first date, 25th December, winters, right? Then I think of Santa Claus, red color, and Jesus Christ, birth of Jesus Christ, gifts, Christmas tree. These all are the things which used to come in my mind while thinking of Christmas. So I'll just keep jotting down, I'll just jot down these points. Jot down means write down these points. I'll just keep on writing these points in rough, so that when I'll start structuring up the paragraph or an essay, I just pick the word and I'll write some lines on that particular word. Then we should never leave or discard anything, like whatever, like Christmas is very important for Christians, so we cannot discard the word Christians in the paragraph. Jesus Christ is important. I cannot leave the word Jesus Christ if I am writing a paragraph on or an essay on Christmas. Clear? Then don't worry about organizing ideas, that you will do it afterwards. While preparing, you don't have to worry about organizing ideas. While preparing, you don't have to worry about grammar, spelling, or punctuation. and keep doing this until you have no more ideas. You have to keep on thinking about the particular topic until you have no more ideas. Next is organize. Now organize is what? Organize is, we can say, to produce an outline for what you are going to write. That means proper organization. As I told you, the structure of a descriptive paragraph, that how could you prepare, how could you lay out the descriptive paragraph. Same wise, you have to organize the article writing also, essay writing. Throughout this stage, you should ask yourself a question, how do I guide my reader? कि मैं अपने रीडर को कैसे गाइड करने वाला हूँ कि वो मुझे ऐसे लिखना है कि मेरा रीडर है जो इस मेरे ऐसे को, मेरे आर्टिकल को पढ़ने वाला है, ही और शी मस्ट रीड इट विद इंटरेस्ट एंड आई शुड मेक इट एन अट्रैक्टिव. ठीक है, कि मुझे इसे इतना अट्रैक्टिव बनाना है कि मेरा रीडर इतना इंटरेस्टेड होके इस चीज़ को पढ़े. That means you have to think yourself as a tour guide. Now, how as a tour guide? That, of course, as a tour guide, if I'm just giving you an instance, as a tour guide, I have to explain someone about the Christmas. So I'll not start from that we get gifts on Christmas. I'll first start on which date it is celebrated, where it is celebrated. Then I'll discuss why it is celebrated. Then I'll discuss how it is celebrated. So this is how I'm organizing. I'll not start first with how it is celebrated, then why, then on which date, where. First I'll start with the on which date. Like this I'll tell you, but like this you have to organize the way to write an essay writing. Next is, to organize from the ideas you have collected, select the best ones. Of course, whatever the ideas while preparing you have selected, you have to select the best ones, because we can't write unnecessary information also. We have to write very precise and very important information, very important points in the article writing. Then we have to arrange those ideas in the logical sequence. As I told you, first introduction should be there, like which date the festival is celebrated, then where it is celebrated, then why it is celebrated, then how it is celebrated, how kids used to have that fun what is the purpose of that particular festival, what is the history of that particular festival. So this is how you have to prepare up your sequence for the ideas which you have think of. The third part is write. Now write is that you have to, the ideas which you have framed, you have to give now full sentences for them. While drafting a rough outline, you don't have to finally draft once only. You have to draft rough first. And that time also you don't have to worry about the grammar, vocabulary, spelling or punctuation. While rough drafting, I'm again saying. Or while rough drafting, if you come up with additional ideas, want to remove something, move ideas around, it's okay, you can, because that's a rough draft. After that, when we'll give the final draft, when we'll write finally, at that time you could be careful while organizing it. Next is evaluate. Evaluate is that how would you check yourself, proofread. And at that time, when you have written, after rough draft, you have written the final draft also organizingly and everything is there. After that, you have to evaluate yourself. And how would you evaluate? By looking at 4 things. And what are those 4 things? Vocabulary, grammar, spelling, punctuation. Now you must be wondering that before I was saying that you don't worry about grammar, spelling and all that, but I was saying that while preparing rough draft, you don't have to worry. But while giving the final shot, while writing finally, at that time you should be careful. You should evaluate yourself for these things: vocabulary, grammar, spelling and punctuation. And at last is review. Of course, it is one of the best idea, but one of the always good idea to go over your work one final time. And why we used to go? Because we have to make sure that it has the intended effect on the reader, that whether I have written such a thing that a reader going to attract towards my essay. So the best practice is to review, not to review your work immediately. Like if you have written now, so don't review your essay right now. Leave it for some, after writing, take some rest for an hour, for 2 hours or for the day, one day. Next day or after few hours, read it aloud. Read it loud to check it sounds natural. That you will come to know naturally that whether you have written right or wrong. If you don't find that whether I have written right or wrong, then what one thing more you can do, say someone else to read it, and he will give you or she will give you a feedback. So this way you have to evaluate or review yourself. So this is how the you have to improve your writing skills, writing task. The POWER, remember the word POWER, POWER. So as I told you, Christmas is there, so I have already given you some ideas for the Christmas writing. So I think you can very easily write about the Christmas.